Hello and welcome to the December 28th, 2025 episode of Nick's News. I am your host, Nick, brought to you by Some Budget Studios. That's right, we're putting money into this project of ours. We're live every Sunday, and we thank you all so much for tuning in or catching the replay live on the YouTube page. This is a program dedicated to bringing good news to counter all of the bad news that we are bombarded with on a daily basis, with the hope of bringing a little bit of joy back to the world. Several of our articles are pulled from sites like Industry Tap, Live Science, Positive.news, and GoodGoodGood.co, but we appreciate everything sent in by you, the newsies.
We probably should have changed that intro.
For?
We're not doing good news tonight.
Well, we have it in the second part. The
Okay.
intro stays the same regardless of what the episode type is. It's now that I say, this is going to be our final broadcast of 2025, and so we've decided we're going to do the year in review of Nick's News for 2025. I can't thank you all enough for your support this past year. It's been absolutely amazing. Thanks to all of you, Nick's News has continued to grow and expand. It's been just a great year for us. Every day we achieve our goals of spreading good news and hopecore content thanks to all of you. From all of us at Nick's News, thank you very much. Hello, everybody. It's great to see everyone tonight. This is going to be fantastic. See, that's when we say that part, you know, if we talk about it being a cool news or it being a chat and chill, we still do the intro. All right.
Uh-huh.
What was that, Donna?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Cover your butt. I got it.
Yeah, well. All right. Here we are. We have reached the top of the mountain. This has been an amazing year of Nick's News, and it's only fitting that we send it out with an amazing brew. With that, say hello to the highest ABV beer I have acquired in my lifetime. Sam Adams Utopias 2025. Utopias pushes the boundary of how beer is made or produced, and this special strong ale clocks in at a liver-shattering 30% ABV. This is the highest
How does that
octane.
compare to?
Oh, what was that?
Sorry, go ahead.
No.
How does that compare to something like a spirit?
So spirits, I mean, it depends. When you see proof, whatever proof is on a bottle, that is twice the alcohol by volume content of the bottle. So when you see bourbon, that's like 80 to 90 proof, that's 40 to 45% ABV. This is a 30% ABV beer. Now they do get higher. There are some wild beers out there that are on my to-grab list sometime in my life. But this one's the highest octane I've achieved. And these bottles are amazing. Look at this thing. Look at this amazing ceramic copper-plated bottle with a little door on it showing Mr. Sam Adams. That's adorable. This is a blended beer that's made literally across decades. Some of the blend that went into this is 30 years old. And this year's Utopias was barreled in not just their usual charred whiskey barrels, but they also used Irish whiskey, Amarone, white port, ruby port, Carcavelos, and Cognac barrels, along with some Scotch casks. I'd like to give a shout out to Dan and Kati at Siciliano's Specialty Beverage and Supply in Grand Rapids, Michigan, for scoring me both this bottle and the 2023 variety. It comes out every 2 years. They get released, very limited release. Siciliano's got like one bottle of 2023 and 2 bottles of 2025, and I managed to get the 2023 and the 2025 bottle, so it's been amazing, so thank you all. Cheers to everyone. We are not going to do a full pour because I don't want to die mid-episode. We are going to use my very small, very petite, demure Saugatuck Brewing Company Barrel Aged Bootleg Bash Mini Snifter. Oh. We need the Balisong bottle opener. Come on. There we go. Now, an interesting thing about Utopias, when you hit this super high ABV, it's not carbonated. It'd be really difficult to keep something like this carbonated, and oh my lord. Especially because you're not going to drink it all in one sitting. My bottle of 2021 actually lasted like 5 years, come to think of it. So, these things really, well, it lasted 4 years. These things really do get their worth. I love to share these with people because you never know when you're going to get a chance to try something like this because it's so limited. So I do my best to distribute these as much as possible to as many people as possible. So if we're hanging out at a party and I bust this bottle open, it's because I want you to try this craziness. Let's get into the theatrics of a tiny pour.
So how does that change it not being carbonated?
It won't be fizzy.
I've always heard flat beer is awful.
It doesn't come out as flat. It's more like cognac or brandy. Oh my god. So I'm going to set this down, and I am not going to refill this pour because this is enough. This is already a little more than I intended to pour for myself tonight. It just coats the glass. This stuff is wild. So. Becky says, that face, love it. All right, shoutouts. As you know, our shoutouts are comprised of businesses that support us in one way or another, or businesses we see doing great work that we want to support. So for this, our year in review, we'd like to acknowledge all of them. So here's to you, Dyname, the Daikaiju and Anime Podcast, Fox and Hen Winery, Graphics by Ashford, Happy Cat Cafe, Pirate Cat's Treasure, SB Mowing and SB Mow It Forward, Speak Geek Voice Acting, and Tesla Tree Service. We've seen great things from all of you in 2025 and hope 2026 brings you much joy and success. Cheers. Wow. Oh, that is potent. It actually gets better with age too. I remember the last bottle I had, my 2021, towards the end of its life, it had mellowed out despite being 28% ABV, and was just a phenomenal drink. At the end of its life, at the beginning of its life, it was amazing, and it just got better and better. So I can't wait to see what this bottle does, and the 2023. Tim in the chat says, "Hey Nick, let's hang out." Wink, wink. Charlie says, "This is going to be a really good episode. I'm gonna be litty spaghetti." That's for sure. Nothing like, and producer Donna, nothing like super expensive beer to show you how many friends you have. That's a good one. News quote: start with what is right rather than what is acceptable. That quote comes from Franz Kafka, who lived from 1883 to 1924 and was a German-language Jewish Czech writer and novelist, widely regarded as a major figure of 20th century literature. And I really like that quote. I really like that quote for our finale for Nick's News for this year. This is our 9th year. This is my 9th year doing Nick's News. Started back in 2016 and was going back to school, to college, thought I need some way to connect with people. What's the way to do it? Just to live stream and chat with everyone. And it has gone this long. It's changed forms, but it's become something even better than what I envisioned at the start, thanks to the amazing Some Budget Studios crew. Thanks to everybody, thanks to all of you. So start with what is right, rather than what is acceptable. Cheers. From Franz Kafka. Small sips tonight. It's really small sips tonight. Bug update. This has been a fantastic year for the bugs that I care for. Both Elmira Hug and Kiss, our giant vinegaroon, and Sue, our Asian forest scorpion, successfully molted and became the true titans of my bug room, my study. Ripley, our tailless whip scorpion, scuttled happily into her new home this year, which was a promise that we tried to keep, and we succeeded to get her that bigger home in July. The cuddle puddle of Madagascar hissing cockroaches got a bit of love. They got their own home back there. And finally, we made a dream come true by acquiring our new emperor scorpion, Little John. What a wild year it has been for bugs here in this room. So, again, the way that our scorpions are, right here is Little John, and right here is Sue. If you see either of them, post a scorpion in the scorpion emoji in the chat, or shout their name, Little John or Sue.
You need to high five the cam.
I do?
Yep.
It's not zoomed in on me?
It's having trouble refocusing on you.
We're going to be playing around with this cam for this upcoming year. Interesting.
Well, that messed up the lighting.
It always messes up the lighting. We're going to be playing around with...
Okay, there you go. Lighting evened out.
We're going to be playing around with a lot in this room, or a bit at least, trying to continue to balance out the camera, make sure we've got it good. We have it set to autofocus right now, but I've been playing around with having it just focus right here on this box that is me. We'll keep playing with it, though, as time goes on. So I think with that, we can get into our year in review. And what a year it has been. Let's look at some numbers and dates as we meander our way through the wonderful year that was 2025 for Nick's News. Big starter. Beginning of the year, we promised to do 52 episodes, which means at least one a week. Nick's Newsies, we did it. We produced 55 episodes this year, which included one special broadcast, a hilarious short, and a very heartfelt book reading, which I absolutely loved that book reading. I think that might have been my favorite one of the year.
It's a good one. I liked it.
Our average News Brew ABV for the year clocked in at 10.5%. So that's across 52 beers. The average ABV was 10.5%. And we really covered a broad spectrum of both styles and strengths. There were 21 news brews, so almost half the news brews this year achieved the rank of high octane, which means it was over 12%. So that means that all the other beers were low enough to bring that down a bit, knock that down a peg. The lowest was Full Beard Brewing Co.'s Mr. Sparkle, Mr. Sparkarubia, which was the rice lager, which was 4% ABV. We had that on our June 22nd episode. And the highest was, of course, tonight's episode, Sam Adams' Utopias 2025 at 30% ABV. So, I think that's pretty cool. Uh, 10.5, 11 is like my average on the Untapped app, so pretty close to normal.
Yeah, and a lot of those numbers, I think 15 of those beer were Canadian, and none of them were very high octane.
No, none of the
Yeah.
ones that you brought me were high octane, which I'm not surprised. Different countries brew differently. I'm not surprised that there wasn't a ton of super high ABV beer from Canada. Do I have the average without the last beer? I might. Let me check my calculator. I think it saves the math in it, and I think I can pull up the last. Yep, there it is. Okay, I can pull up my last calculation. So let me pull up this calculation. Minus 30 and divide by 51. So without the Sam Adams Utopias, again, this 30% ABV outlier, as Kiffin just pointed out in the chat, we're still at 10.08%. So a ton of those high gravity, high octane beers were like 15s and 16s. Wow. Good catch there with that being an outlier. What was that?
I do have a new batch of Canadian beer to hook you up with, and some of these hit your high octane qualifier.
Oh, they're over 12%?
I've discovered that, yeah.
Oh boy.
I think so. I think at least a couple of them are. I've discovered that I can get them when I get them at the brewery. I can get the high, what you consider high octane. When I get them at LCBO, they tend to be more reasonable.
No, not more reasonable. I like the high ABV beer. That means I only have to drink like one.
I've got some really neat ones for you, and I'm going to want all those cans back.
All right. You heard it first here, folks. Producer Donna's got dibs on all the cool cans that she's going to give me. So, let's see. Getting away from the news brew, the Next News Instagram churned out content this year, including news nibbles that were separate from our Facebook posts. There were bugs, there were exclusive updates, and sneak peeks at all of our upcoming news brews. And we're continuing that into 2026. A lot of the beer that I pick up, apart from the these annual deliveries from producer Donna, a lot of the beer that I pick up locally here at Siciliano's in Grand Rapids or Rishi's. There are plenty of party stores, beer stores around the country, around the world even, and so there's always an opportunity if you want to have a brew with me. And it's not, in person, but it's over here, then check out Thursday on our Instagram for the News Brew sneak peek. And it tells you where I got it. Do I have a go-to beer? Asks Tim. So, I don't really. If you look at my mini fridge, like my beer fridge, my dedicated beer fridge, there's a lot of Dragon's Milk. But it's not base Dragon's Milk. It's variants from across all the years, and it's a ton of different years of triple mash. I love aging beer. A lot of beer ages in the bottle, goes really well for years and gets better and better, like Dragon's Milk triple mash. So I don't really have a go-to beer. Usually if it's a stout or a porter and it's a high ABV beer, that's like my go-to. Good question, Tim.
I don't think you really have a go-to beer, but you have some breweries that are definitely your go-tos.
Oh yeah, New Holland Brewing is a
New
must.
Holland, Pipeworks is another one.
I do pick up a lot of Pipeworks beer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I noticed that on the beer list.
Well, a lot of those I get when I visit my friends in Illinois. I go to Binny's over there, and you can get a ton of stuff that you can't get here in Michigan at a Binny's. And I tend to actually pick up a ton of Pipeworks beer while I'm at the Binny's. Let's see. Oh, here's a cool one. So, on our January 19th episode, SB Mowing introduced us to Miss Beth. Um, Spencer, the owner of SB Mowing, was cleaning and cleaned up her yard for free and began an incredible journey with Miss Beth, taking us all along for the ride. Miss Beth needed a lot of help making her home easier to get around in. Followers from all around the world pitched in on a GoFundMe that Spencer set up for her, and the current totals have far exceeded the initial $100,000 mark that Spencer set. People are still donating as of just a couple days ago, and Spencer met with a lawyer and got a trust fund set up for Miss Beth to have that money go out. The much needed repairs to her house have been completed, and though Miss Beth had a couple medical setbacks, she is back at home safely. And as of today, the GoFundMe for Miss Beth, started by Spencer from SB Mowing, sits at $904,585. Everything that Miss Beth needs to make her life comfortable and to improve her quality of life can be met with this life-changing amount of money thanks to Spencer at SB Mowing. So Spencer and Miss Beth and everybody at SB Mow It Forward. Cheers.
Yeah, we're going to, throughout the show, have some updates for you guys on articles that we reported on throughout the year. And yeah, this one was amazing. From a $500 initial donation from Spencer, they've got community members stepping up, community businesses. They repaved her driveway completely for free, and a whole bunch of other things, plus all the needed home repairs. Her medical costs are covered. It was fantastic to see what they've been able to do for her.
Hearts in the chat. Hearts in the chat for SB Mowing and for Miss Beth.
It's going to be neat to see what SB Mow It Forward manages to do this coming year. It's going to be really nice to watch.
I'm looking forward to it. I haven't followed on pretty much everything, both with my personal and with the Knicks News account. So, share the love, for sure. Another cool thing we had on the March 2nd episode, Sweet Tub Teddy took on plastic tubs. We shared the story of Sweet Tub Teddy, a 6-year-old boy in England who was very angry when he found out that plastic tubs that are filled with candy, which are popular during the holiday season, are not recyclable at curbside in his area. So in 2023, he set out to keep as many of them as he could from going into the landfill, and he collected 358 plastic tubs. He stepped up his efforts in 2024, writing letters to his school, which in turn sent out a letter to parents, and together with his mom, he put up posters at local businesses. People began leaving the empty tubs on his doorstep or saving them for him, and Teddy quickly smashed 2024's target of 500 tubs when he reached 2,598 tubs in a month. The tubs were taken to Shamblehurst Barn Pub as a donation to the Tubs to Pub charity, and from there to a plastic reprocessing center. Teddy was given a tour of DCW Polymer's warehouse, where he got to see the process firsthand, turning the recycled tubs into planks to be made into furniture, which is pretty cool if you ask me. A buddy bench was donated to Teddy's school with a plaque commemorating his efforts, and we have some updates on that. Producer Donna, what are those updates?
In October, now just so you guys know, Teddy only does this for 1 month. This is Christmas candy that comes in these tubs, so he's only doing this for a month. And in October, Teddy was presented with the British Citizen Youth Award at the Palace of Westminster for exceptional contribution to the community and being an inspiration to others. And though Teddy said he was going to take a break, he has gone ahead and set a goal of 5,000 tubs to collect for 2025 Christmas season. According to Teddy, you're never too small and you're never too big to make a big difference.
That is amazing. To Sweet Tub Teddy, shooting for 5,000 tubs to collect here in 2025. I hope he hits his mark. Cheers.
I'll keep an eye open for updates from him.
Sounds good.
And you guys feel free anytime tonight. Kind of treat it as a chat and chill. If you have questions, requests, clarifications, anything you want to toss out, comments, of course, feel free. We have another one that came up in March. Besides Teddy, we had our first couple of naughty otters.
the
With
dynamic duo.
Yeah. Louis and Ophelia escaped their enclosure in New Zoo Adventure Park in northeastern Wisconsin, near Green Bay. They were just headed off to see the game. The zoo staff believe they escaped through a hole in a buried part of the fence that no one had noticed. Using live traps that were constantly foiled by raccoons.
Trash pandas!
Huh?
Trash pandas!
Yes, they kept setting off the traps. Ophelia was eventually captured in April. Louis, though, is still at large and has decided to remain a wild otter, and there are still several sightings, even now. Recently, he's been sighted, and he appears to be very healthy and surviving well. So he's just gone back to the wild and decided that's where he needs to be.
Well, I'm glad they got one of them back, but Louis still at large. That was a funny article when we had that one. Cheers to Ophelia and Louis at large.
Louis at large. It's gonna have to be the name of the episode.
You're a Louis at large. Moving right along, April was an awesome month because in April, producer Donna came to Michigan, where I am stationed, and on April 25th, we had our first Nick's News meet and greet. It was a big meet and greet at Fox and Hen Vineyards. A huge shout out to Fox and Hen for basically being the venue that it is, an amazing place, and to everybody that was able to make it out, a very heartfelt thank you.
It was wonderful seeing all of you, and I'd love to do it again this year if possible. We'll see.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, bigger meeting. Cheers.
And possibly Happy Cat Cafe this time.
Oh, if we went to Happy Cat Cafe, that would be amazing. Yes, hey, Ice Knight, Will. Will made it out too. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie says they can bring you tamales. I have had those tamales.
Remind you.
I have had those tamales. They are to die for.
Oh, yeah. I don't doubt that at all.
Those tamales could start wars.
End wars.
It could end wars too, yes.
Yeah, hopefully another spring visit and another meet and greet this coming summer sometime.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully good weather for it. Early RSVP Will be there. Fantastic, Will. Thank you.
So, Charlie's already promised to be there too.
And Charlie's already promised too. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We're already putting this together.
And I'm holding Rebecca to it too.
Rebecca, you heard producer Donna. You got to be there. Little bit of a jump. We go to July, where on July 7th, the Nick's News TikTok went live. TikTok was one of those things where it had been like, I'm not going to do TikTok. And then it was, TikTok's probably going to get banned or destroyed here in the United States, so it's not going to matter. Why would we do TikTok? And then it became, TikTok could be a really good idea to keep doing content. Maybe we should look into TikTok. And then it became, on July 7th, we did TikTok. Strange.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how that happened. Neither of us wanted to do TikTok. Why are we doing TikTok?
Well, now we do TikTok. And as of this episode of Nick's News, we have produced, including the intro, 88 TikToks for 2025. If you are not subscribed to the Nick's News TikTok and you consume digital media and have TikTok, I'm going to kindly ask you to go subscribe to the Nick's News TikTok because it's really cool. On Facebook and Instagram, we put out different news nibbles. And what the news nibbles are...
Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yes, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We put out 6 news nibbles, 3 on Facebook and 3 on Instagram, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Producer Donna does a ton of work looking for articles and finds several that maybe aren't good for us to do a complete read-through like we do on our Good News episodes, but maybe it's really cool info, or it's really cutting-edge stuff, or it's amazing work in conservation. So we turn them into news nibbles. When we put out the post that talks about our upcoming episode, it's attached to it as the text for it. And for TikTok, producer Donna put forth, let's do the news nibbles. And it works. It's been amazing. It's a great way to get these, instead of doing a full episode, doing these micro episodes where it's like one article read. It's not even an article, it's like a minute and a half. But it's just good news, and I feel like it's a great interjection of good news throughout the week to kind of keep the ball rolling. What do you think, producer
It's
Donna?
also it's very convenient for like, okay, I'm on a 10-minute break at work, refill my coffee cup, go pee, I've got time for a couple of things. But you don't have time to go onto Facebook because Facebook is a time sink. Well, you can hit up a TikTok, a couple of them, and, you know, we put out good news. So there's a little tiny bit of a serotonin hit there during your day. And it's nice.
So shameless plug, watch the Nick's News TikToks. They're really good, and producer Donna puts a ton of work into them.
Getting you to do them.
Also getting me to do them. She's constantly got to message me and be like, hey, we got a TikTok to do. Hey, we got a TikTok to do. Jingles keys at me. Hey, TikTok. Focus, TikTok. TikTok. So, but it's been good. 88 TikToks. 88.
It gets harder and harder the more bugs you get.
That's true, because I want to play with the bugs, because I want to look at my bugs. I have really cool bugs.
You do have cool bugs.
But
Hey, Rogue.
87 news nibbles have been turned into TikToks, and every single one of them in my eyes is a banger. So maybe they're not like super quality TikToks that you see, but like they're Nick's News TikToks.
Yeah, you're not going to get, you know, funky dances and reaction vids. But
Yeah.
I think, you know, we choose 3 each week from the 6 that we have, and it's always good stuff. Yeah.
Hey, Dirty Rogue. Good to see you.
In fact, did you guys go watch the Christmas one that had Little John's debut?
Oh my gosh, that's right. When we were doing TikToks, before we did the episode where Little John was debuted, we were just futzing around and chatting, and I looked at the screen and I could see him crawling on his hide, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, producer Donna, we gotta do a TikTok, we gotta do a TikTok. Little John is gonna be in the TikTok. So I turned everything on, we busted out the TikTok, and sure enough, if you check out the December 31st TikTok, Little John is visible crawling around. And that's technically his official debut with Nick's News, in my opinion. Since that came before the episode where I talked about him. And if you check out our Tuesday Instagram post, there may be plenty more Little John to come.
Yes, we have our Tuesday bug report.
Yep, Tuesday on Instagram we do bug reports. I really like doing the bug reports. It's little views into all the bugs. It's really cool pictures of them, some info about them, stuff like that. So, Charlie says, Nick's News Godzilla onesie dance party. Producer Donna, what are your thoughts on that?
I think we're going to get that tonight if you keep drinking that beer.
I should slow down. Staying in July, Ripley, our tailless whip scorpion, finally got her new home, which was a breaking news episode that was on July 31st. I was scrambling to make that promise happen. I promised in like June, July to rehouse Ripley out of the tiny little container she was in and move her up into a nice larger enclosure, like the one that my Madagascar hissing cockroach is in. So it's a tall container as opposed to the long 10 gallons that Little John and Sue are in. And on July 31st, I finally made that promise happen with our breaking news episode when we rehoused Ripley and she ran away from me and hid under the table for a little bit. Which was harrowing because she's fast. She's so fast. But she's been doing very well. The new enclosure is much larger. It allows her to actually stretch out her limbs. It's really much easier to control the temperature and humidity in than her old container was. So really just a huge upgrade for her. And on Tuesdays, keep an eye out for more pics and info about her.
And her little dairy cows.
And her little dairy cows. That is right. She has a collection of dairy cow isopods, which are adorable. Tim says ratings are going to go up if you start table dancing. Tim, I don't have a table to dance on. I'm not going to dance on the bug table because that table is rated to 300 pounds and already has probably 200 pounds of dirt on it between 5 tanks. I don't need to add my weight to that table. Charlie says, Ripley, I am speed. That's right. She is.
Did you put the isopod I got you for Christmas over on the bug table?
No, it's in my living room. Producer Donna got me. Maybe I'll have to take a picture. Well, I'll have to do a TikTok of that thing. Producer Donna got me a cat toy, again with the keys jingling and the TikTok. It is a remote-controlled dairy isopod. Now, dairy isopods are dairy cow isopods because they're black and white spotted, like dairy cows. This is a cat toy. It's a remote-controlled cat toy that looks like one. It is horrifying when it's on because it's got like bright red eyes. I will do a TikTok video of that nightmare moving around my kitchen floor.
Bruce agrees with you. I got one for them too, and
oh, that thing is Satan in mini form. Oh. What happened next?
Well, you want to move on to August? You okay?
Yeah, we'll get into August here. So in August, my favorite video of this year came out, which was our first Story Time with Nick episode. Debuted on August 7th, and I read the book Love from Godzilla, which is actually it's over in my bookshelf, and I look fondly at that book and others because there are more to come. We'll talk about that later, though.
Mm-hmm.
Storytime with Nick was an idea that got cooked up by all of you on the year in review. Was it the year in review of 2024? Or was it the Chat and Chill before that episode?
I think it was the year in review of 2024. And I ordered some books, and then it came up again during the anniversary show.
That
which
makes
is also
sense.
kind of a year in review that you do.
That makes sense. Yep.
Um,
So all of you wanted
and
us
by
to do
then
story
we'd
time.
already
And it was
started doing the process.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, it's all right. Go ahead.
No, what were you saying?
Just that it was kind of a collaborative idea. You guys came up with it and we ran with it, and then there's going to be more to come. We've had some challenges this year, mostly learning the new tech.
Yep.
So some of our releases this year have been a little slow. Like, we didn't do as many shorts this year. Nick had a lot of changes in his life, so we kind of backed off on some of our recording schedule and things like that to let him get adjusted.
Mostly
And,
good. Mostly
you know, with
good
all the
changes
new-
in my life.
Yeah.
Just took
yeah,
time
but,
to, settle in.
different times. Yeah, exactly. And like the first half of the year, you really weren't happy at your old job, and that made it hard to get enthused about doing recordings. And then, with all the new tech, all the new software, everything that we've been trying to learn this year,
Yep.
it's kind of learning all of this new stuff took a lot of time that we didn't spend on producing a lot of shorts and doing a lot of the story times. Doing this Love from Godzilla, we learned a lot, which is going to change how we do the others that we have coming forward.
Yep. We also have some requests. It looks like Charlie wants us to do Dragons Love Farts, Who Pooped on Me, The Bear Snores On, and Goodnight Moon. Maybe we will do some of those. Good suggestions, though. So yeah, we learned a lot with story time with Love from Godzilla, with story time with Nick this year, and we will continue to do story time with Nick. What else have we got in August? We've got Splash, the Asian small-clawed otter who hogged the spotlight on our August 17th episode. Splash is an Asian small-clawed otter. It was a Peace River canine search and rescue first, a search otter, which was wild. Producer Donna, what is our update with this one?
Splash graduated his training. After 4 months of training, Mike and Splash made their debut at a recovery site in Alabama. Otters are able to track scent through water, which is something dogs are not able to do, which is one of the reasons why Mike started experimenting with other animals. Splash, in his first recovery, helped recover a weapon used in a 25-year-old murder case. Of the 20 missions that Splash has worked, he has helped find 4 bodies.
Wow.
Between search jobs, they visit law enforcement conferences talking about Splash's unique abilities and training. And Mike says whether there's ever going to be another search otter or not is up in the air, because Splash is apparently extremely intelligent and naughty. His latest adventure has been learning to take the lid off of his Coke bottle and steal his soda.
To Splash the otter, who found a weapon in a 25-year murder case, as well as the bodies of 4 deceased individuals. Cheers. Little sips, folks.
Mike shared another story of Splash if you want to hear it.
Yeah, what else did Splash do?
He was at home and he was bored, and so Mike was watching the security camera that Mike uses to keep an eye on the critters went off with motion, and Splash had gotten out of his carrier, pushed it over against the door, stood on top of it, opened the door, and went outside to play with the search dogs.
Oh my gosh. Otters are too damn
he's
smart.
a smart little stinker.
Yep. That's funny. Moving on to September. September got interesting because producer Donna chimed in for the first time on a Nick's News episode on our September 28th Chat and Chill. It was something that we'd both been working on, trying to figure out how to make it so that we could both be talking. Because for Chat and Chills, for special episodes, especially the year in review, all sorts of opportunities, producer Donna hasn't been able to really chat. She can chat with all of you in the chat, and she can send me messages when something goes absolutely awry, or if, we need to do a delay message. But once everything got up and running, I had to shut down Discord, I had to shut down so many apps so that I didn't have stuff going on in the background. And that made it so that she couldn't talk in these episodes. Well, with a little bit of searching and some help from some other streamers, we figured out a way to get Discord to transmit producer Donna. So that's how we're doing it. We actually are utilizing Discord, and producer Donna is talking through that, and linked it through my OBS. So, and I think the show has been made better by getting to hear from producer Donna.
Another one of those tech things that we spent the year learning how to do.
I think it's been a phenomenal addition, especially for our good episodes where we have chat and chills, and cool newses will be nice, and then obviously the year in reviews for sure. So October was terrible. Maybe it was good for all of you, but it wasn't good for me. Well, why wasn't it good for me? It's because once again, I engaged in that yearly behavior of drinking a pumpkin beer. And it slew me. Ichabod's Revenge was a year in the making. A vengeance story of all the news brews that fell before me. And here came this one pumpkin beer to cut me down. And boy howdy, it did. To the point where I'm pretty sure some of the clips of me sipping it will find their way into a short in the future.
Oh, definitely.
Because that was bad. That pumpkin beer was awful.
Is that the worst one you've had?
What was that?
Is that the worst one you've had?
Probably. Ichabod's Revenge was probably the worst pumpkin beer I've had to date. Penance. It's my penance for all the times I've gotten on producer Donna's nerves in the year. You ain't wrong, Charlie. If that's my penance, I will bear it.
I had nothing to do with your pumpkin beer.
That's true.
That is all on you, buddy.
I'm the one that picks them. Can't wait for October of 2026. Yay!
You guys want an update from Steve of Tesla Tree Service? In 2025, they had 54 total tree rescues of critters. Well, not all critters, mostly cats, 2 drones, 1 giant RC plane, 2 baby squirrels, 1 hawk, and 1 parrot.
I want to see the video of the parrot.
It's up, I think. I'll have to look.
Awesome.
One of the rescues from this year became a new member of the Moreau family. Steve says baby is doing great. She fell in love with my wife right away, and she's always loved me a little, but just recently she has chosen my lap to lay in at night while we watch TV. I'm finally the chosen one. He
Steve,
also gave a shout out to Nick's News. Go ahead.
I was just gonna read that if you wanted me to.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Steve Murrow and everybody at Tesla Tree Service does an amazing job. Absolutely love talking about everything they do, be it rescues or their regular business. And Steve had this to say to us when producer Donna reached out. Shout out to you guys for always bringing interesting content and sharing cool news stories from around the world. Thanks. Steve, to you and everyone at Tesla Tree Service for everything you do, being a good person, a good company, and a good service in this world. Cheers. Speaking of this
And
year,
a super nice person.
what?
And a super nice person.
He is.
Steve's awesome to talk to.
Steve is a super nice person. So wrapping up 2025 in a nutshell, our growth here at Nick's News has been nothing short of amazing, and it is thanks to all of you. We started this year with 17 Instagram followers, 52 YouTube subscribers, and 211 Facebook followers. And we are ending this year with 36 Instagram followers, 66 TikTok followers, 118 YouTube subscribers, and 318 Facebook followers. And maybe for some people, some content creators or channels, that kind of growth isn't what they're looking for, but it's exactly what we like. It's growth. It's getting good news and hopecore out into the world. And those are two things that are really hard to get out into the world because, like we say in our slogan, this world is filled with bad news. We're bombarded with bad news on a daily basis. So it's really hard for the good news to shine through. And thanks to all of you, we continue to grow and we continue to spread that good news. So it's all thanks to you. Many thanks to all of you, the Nick's Newsies, for everything you do, spreading our good news and hopecore content. Cheers.
We like doing it this way because we know it's natural and it's real. Yeah, there's a couple of spam accounts every once in a while, but we don't go out and buy followers.
Yeah.
We don't buy SEO improvement guys who artificially inflate the numbers. We're not of the mindset of get famous no matter what the cost. That's not who we are. Integrity is a really big deal to us at Nick's News, whether it's our content or how we conduct our business. It's important that we do this the right way. Important to us. You got a critter?
No, I think I heard the wind blow by. If you were in the Midwest, the weather's going to get pretty wild tonight and into tomorrow. Be safe. Be ready. With that,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, be prepared to lose power. So if you guys need to stock up on water, things that you can eat without having to cook it, all that good stuff, you know.
Blankets. Anything to keep warm. Have a plan for if you lose power here in the winter, especially with the storm that we've got coming in here in the Midwest. Be prepared. So, with that, we can hop out of 2025 and look forward to 2026. And what are we going to do in 2026? Obviously, we want to keep the good news and hopecore train rolling. So, we pulled off 52 episodes this year. Expect another 52 episodes in 2026, plus several more special projects. Whether they are story time with Nick, maybe some other odds and ends. There's some stuff in the works. We have more content on the way. I'm excited for all of it. So, um, yeah, definitely at least another 52 episodes for sure. If we keep our current rate, cranking out 3 TikToks a week, you can expect over 150 News Nibble TikToks in 2026. Again, check out the Nick's News TikTok. If TikTok's going to be around to stay, we're going to keep using it to spread good news. And the good news we have there is real quick, and it's really cool stuff. And I can't plug it enough to go check it out. So, what? What are you chuckling about?
Just, I still can't believe we're doing TikTok. Really.
It is something else
Yeah,
that we're
we're
doing
gonna do it.
TikTok, but
We're gonna hit it.
yep. As was talked about, more book reads. Y'all have asked for them. We listened. We are going to do more story time with Nyx. We already have another one in the works, and we have more on the way. Obviously, we have some great suggestions that get thrown out, and we're always up for more suggestions for it, but we are going to do more story time with Nick in 2026. I am really looking forward to those. They're great stories, they're great reads, and it's really good, just good content, in my opinion.
Because of some of the things we learned with from Love with God from Godzilla, we have to re-record the second one that we had prepared.
Yeah, we had a second
So
one
we've
ready, and it got borked all to
Yeah,
hell.
yeah. But we learned something, so I don't count that as a loss.
Mm.
We'll re-record it, and it'll get out here in the first quarter. I can't say exactly when because these next couple of weeks are going to be kind of busy still. But and we've got more on the way. I've got 2 more books for you, and then we'll see how it goes from there. We've got a nice long list of suggestions from our newsies, and so we're just going to keep going, see how it goes.
It's going to
It'd
be
be
good.
nice to get at least 6 of them out for 2026.
6 story time with Nyx. It'd be pretty
Mm-hmm.
good. I think we can do 6. I think we can do 6.
Plus our shorts.
Plus the shorts. Shorts, shorts, shorts. The shorts have been great. Be it me versus the cricket or the pumpkin beer short, I think the shorts have been pretty funny. I've gotten a laugh out of them every time I've seen them. I hope you all have too. They've done really well with everybody checking them out. So we're going to do some more shorts in 2026 as well. Quick little things you can tune into, have a laugh. Just good little things like that. So more of those.
Yeah, and that was another area where we learned a lot from the first 2 that we're going to carry forward now. Now that a few other things have straightened out for us, we can start doing them again much more frequently. We'd held off for a few different reasons, and we can get those rolling again, though. That'll be cool. You gonna tell them about our Tuesdays?
Yep. So Tuesdays, this whole year, all of 2025, we did Nick's Newsies, Flora and Fauna. We debuted all of your Flora and Fauna, with a couple of sprinklings of producer Donna's and mine, but mostly we kept it to everything that y'all take care of. Your fur friends, other pets, and of course the plants that y'all like to exercise your green thumbs on. We're going to run out of that. So we are going to get into some exotic flora and fauna come 2026. And I don't mean the Tiger King kind of exotic. It's going to be just really exotic stuff out in the world that maybe you're not aware of. And we kind of want to showcase those oddities of the animal and plant kingdoms. So on Tuesdays on the Facebook page, keep an eye out for exotic flora and fauna for 2026.
The weirder, the better.
The weirder, the better. Lastly, the last thing that we're going to introduce in 2026 is going to be more merch. We loved the stickers that were produced. Absolutely fantastic. The keychains. I keep one right by my desk. Great. The magnets were amazing. And there is more merch on the way.
Yeah, we're not going to go completely nuts because you guys don't have the budget for it. We don't have the budget for it. But
remember, it's some budget studios, not big budget studios.
not yet. We'll get there, but not yet. But yeah, there's going to be some neat stuff. Starting in January, we promised we would have t-shirts. So expect that post coming up pretty soon. They will be single print, so we're not going to be doing a huge run of t-shirts. But if you guys want them, we'll get them done. And we've found a way to make it so that they won't be $40 a piece,
which is great.
So.
Dirty Rogue says, yes, merch.
Okay.
Charlie says, I would totally rock a hoodie.
Okay, we can talk. Being single items, if I can get a good supply, a nice quality hoodie blank, that will take the logo that we're going to start with, we'll work it out. We'll work it out.
Yep.
Okay.
I have seen...
But yeah, we can do these one-off. Go ahead.
I have seen the test image of the next piece of merch.
Well, I showed you the zipper pulls, too.
I have seen the next 2 pieces of merch. I hope y'all like them. I got a kick out of them. Speaking of that...
Well, since we're talking about... Go ahead.
I was going to say, speaking of that merch, maybe it's time we announce the winners of some Knicks News merch.
Maybe we should.
A couple of months ago...
Although I don't think it's going to come...
Oh, sorry. What was that?
I don't think it's going to be a surprise to anybody.
No. A couple of months ago... we started, throughout the year, we've been keeping track of everybody that interacts with our content on everything. Be it shares, likes, not views, because it's hard to do views, but actual interactions, actual recordable interactions with our content. We've tracked that because it's really cool, and we like celebrating everybody that's, interacted with our content, especially the people who are going above and beyond and continuing to push our stuff. So a couple months ago, we said we were going to do the Knicks News 2025 Engagement Challenge. We basically zeroed all the numbers and we started counting from there to figure out who was promoting our content the most. And we were going to have 4 winners. And those 4 winners, tell them what they're going to win, Producer Donna.
They get a free t-shirt of the run that we're going to announce here coming up in January.
Yep.
I swear to God, guys, I'm only drinking water.
Yeah, she's the DD.
Yeah. Anyway, these 4 will get a free t-shirt.
So, our winners, drum roll please, for the Knicks News 2025 Engagement Challenge are, and I'm just going to do first names. Charlie says, beer's so strong it's crossing borders. Secondhand inebriation. Our 4 winners for the Knicks News 2025 Engagement Challenge were Rebecca, Cassidy, Charlie, and Mitchell. Rebecca, Cassidy, Charlie, and Mitchell interacted with our content to an astounding amount. And we are so very thankful to everybody that interacts and promotes our content. Literally every single one of you. But we wanted to get the 4 that stood out the most during the challenge period. So that again is Rebecca, Cassidy, Charlie, and Mitchell. You have all won a free Knicks News shirt That is amazing, in my opinion. So, to you four and to everybody else who interacts with our content, thank you on behalf of Some Budget Studios. Thank you, and cheers.
Kicking your butt.
Oh, it's strong. It's a strong ale, all right. Oh. Do we have anything else, Producer Donna?
Our next episode will be January 4th.
That is correct.
And it will be a good news episode. Get back into the news.
Yep. Charlie says, y'all are amazing and so sweet. Thank you. I'd love to see the numbers if possible, so I know how hard to get next year. I don't think we'll release the numbers themselves, because it's not, I mean, it was a competition and it's not a competition, and it's, we're trying to instill that desire to see the good news and to go to Nick's News for the content, to get away from, the rigors of every day, the bad news we're bombarded with. So any and every interaction is appreciated, is what I will say to that. Charlie says, I'm going to be a billboard. Thank you, Charlie. All right. What a year, 2025. Thank you all again for tuning in or catching the replay on the Nick's News YouTube page. Again, we're live every Sunday, and like producer Donna said, our next good news episode will be on January 4th of 2026. We encourage participation, so if you feel inclined, you can message us or post suggestions for news brews, shoutouts, news quotes, and of course, good news articles that we can present on future episodes of our show. If possible, we appreciate a variety of articles spread out across our 4 categories, and those categories are science and technology, health and medicine, flora and fauna, aka plants and animals, and wholesome notes, the really nice stuff we like to end on, like talking to all of you. That's a wholesome note right there. You can message us on Facebook or Instagram, or email us at somebudgetstudios@gmail.com. Feel free to like, subscribe, or comment on our Facebook, Instagram content, YouTube, and TikTok videos to get good news and joy out into the algorithms. Please, no SEO improvements or advertisements. We're not interested. We're doing this homegrown. We're doing this thanks to all of you, the Nick's Newsies, who made 2025 an absolutely amazing year for Nick's News, and I cannot wait to see how 2026 rolls out. So, as always, thank you all again. We love you. Have a great night, and we will play you out.